Good afternoon and good morning. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining in on this Tuesday's edition of Wake Up Call. We are on Tuesday, the 28th of September already. My name is Craig Laird, and as I say, we are here right now live with Wake Up Call, where we're going to be having a look at some of the items coming up throughout today. We have got a launch party, but then before that, we've got a craft along as well. So let's dive straight in and go over the times and the show and who's going to be on them. That is, of course, going to be the next show coming up after Wake Up Call, Craft Along. This is all about the floral frames and the Robinson, who, by the way, absolutely looked stunning last night. If you've seen her picture across on her social media, she looked so gorgeous. So she's going to be coming up for, well, the remainder of today, starting off with that floral frames craft along. So that's going to be 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. Talking to Debbie, she's just walked in here.
The minute you walked in the joint,
Just saying how absolutely gorgeous you look, Debbie, in your picture.
What a smasher.
So she's walked in because she's actually going to be popping up in Wake Up Call as well. So that is the craft along that Debbie's going to be coming up with. And then she's going to be back again for a launch party. 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. You've got me for Wake Up Call. You've got Debbie for the remainder of today. And actually, you've got a couple of different presenters as well. Starting off with Ben. You're here for a couple of shows. And then Joe's in. Yeah,
well, because obviously we were in a little bit earlier on doing a little bit of filming. Can I just say as well, I am still buzzing. I am in the most upbeat, playful mood today after yesterday's shows. We had a right good time yesterday, didn't we? We were crafting together. E was teaching me. I was doing, what did I do on the shows? I did the Gilding Flake demos. I made an envelope.
Yep.
Honestly, I had the best time, and thank you for all the lovely comments that you sent to both of us after the show yesterday.
Absolutely.
Because we're still buzzing from that. But yes, so I'm in on this show, obviously. Then I'll be with my TV wife, Debbie Robinson, for a little craft along. And then later on, you're going to have Joe here for the launch party. And I can't think that has ever happened before, that you've had the two of us on one day. So yeah, you've got the best of both worlds, I suppose. Well, depends whether you like us both.
Because you actually very rarely see Joe, do you?
I've seen Joe 3 times since I've been here, and I've been here now for 13 months.
Yeah.
3 times in 13 months.
I think sometimes you think as well, you know, our paths always cross here, whereas there's some of us, you know, they do for me with being here kind of like the 5 days for Wake Up Call. But, you know, like, for instance, Debbie and Jan's paths don't always cross together. Jan and maybe Fiona or other Debbie, or you and Joe or Beck. Do you know what I mean? They don't always cross over. So it'll be good just to, you'll maybe get a brief catch up.
Yeah, we'll say a little hello in the corridor, I'm sure. But it's going to be a brilliant day. And one thing I must just tell you about is today is the penultimate day of the end of the summer sale. Yes. So basically, I've been getting that wrong for the last week. You need to get yourself online. Go to .com.co.uk.eu. You'll see loads of great deals, up to 70% off on selected lines. And I'll remind you of that because today being the penultimate day means tomorrow is the final day, and on tomorrow's final day, to celebrate that, Sarah's going to be here with a end of summer sale craft vault show, which is going to be amazing. So lots to look forward to. Busy old day today, busy old day tomorrow. If you want to get in touch with the show, which I know you will, you can do so on Facebook and on YouTube. I will be reading out all of your questions, and yeah, we've got Craig here and Debbie joining us on the show as well. It's going to be awesome.
So it's going to be the end of the summer sale.
Yes. The end of the summer sale.
End of the summer sale.
Yeah.
There you go. I had to get that in because you're not in tomorrow, are you? So
no.
You've been kind of doing the start, the middle, and then ending up onto the end. So here we go. What we're going to do slightly is change the beginning in the fact that we're not actually going to have a look first of all what's coming up in the 3 o'clock show, 10 a.m. Eastern Time show. We're going to jump ahead to launch party, and this is what Debbie's going to be doing, a demo. We're going to do these ones first because these are already proven busy within the website. So these are our pigment ink packed. Well, these are our stencils. These do say, obviously, it does say that you've got your pigment ink. Just to clarify, these work really, really well with your pigment inks. They are in actual fact background stencils. You've got 8 of them in total. You can see on your screen here, £34.99 or $46.95. Platinum, however, is going to come down to a really super duper cool £27.99 or $37.56. Good sizable stencils. As I said, the reason that they've got the pigment ink in the title is because you can then go in with your pigment inks, do your heat embossings, all those different techniques that you like to do, but you can be using your water reactives, you can be using your sprays, all your spritz, and all of these you can do as well. So although it does say the pigment ink, don't let that put you off. You can do all your different techniques if you want to, but these are going to be coming up in the launch party. That, of course, being 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. But this is the demo that Debbie's going to be doing in the middle of Wake Up Call. She's going to give you a little bit of a tease. We want to show you these first and foremost because already Johnny is saying that you're already not only adding them to your basket, but you're checking them out. So I think it kind of goes as a sign that today is going to be a very busy day today, which I'm not surprised because here in the UK, it's Baltic. Well, certainly where we are in the northeast, it's absolutely Baltic today. So yeah, I think a lot of people are maybe staying in Crafton. So that is the launch party. But what we're going to do is we're going to come back and we're going to be having a look at what's coming up within the craft along. And this is what I'm going to be having a look at first. This is all about our floral frames. So this is our floral frames that you can see there. So just ignore that top bit. This is actually your craft along, but it's all the right details, being the Christmas floral frames collection. 24 elements, and you've got an ink pad as well. And you've got your alcohol-proof ink pad. You've got the flagstone, so you can use your classiques, your illustrators, you could be using your tri-blends if you want. But today's price being £63.85, $70.95. But these ones here with the platinum, as you know by now, it comes down further. It also comes down to £51.08 or $56.76. So it does work out on the today's price, it does work out that you are saving 20%. What you can do, if maybe you don't want to go for the full bundle, there is an option on the website as well, excluding the ink pad. But what you can do is you can get 2 of the stamp and die sets for £23, €25 or $25. So maybe you only want a couple of them. That is the cherry pick of 6 of the stamp and dies. So craft along details will be across on Debbie and Crafters TV Facebook page, but I know the guys will go over the shopping list later on before the actual craft along starts. So that, of course, is being 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. So we've gone from a craft along, then we're going to go on an adventure. We're going to go on a little bit of an exploring adventure with our Explorer kit here, which would actually work really well as well with your floral stamp and die sets. Actually, you'll be able to use these technique-wise using the stencils. These ones being your tri-blend brush. This is your Explorer kit with the markers, with the stamp, with the card, the ink pad, and you're getting the rocker blocks as well. So today's price being £30 or $40. What you're going to see when it comes to these ones here as well, you are going to be saving 30% on that today's price. But if you are platinum, that's going to come down to £24 or $32, where you are getting all your pens. But keep it in mind, these are the tri-blend brush, so therefore you're going to get a multitude of colours within the one pen. I know the guys will have a look at these ones throughout launch party as well. So this is where we've got a really nice selection of different crafts. Whether you are wanting to do any of your masking, any of your shaping with your Explorer kit, then you can do. Maybe you want to do any of your backgrounds, your techniques, anything like that you could be doing with the stencils, or you've got your floral frames as well with a little bit of Christmas. That this is going to match a lot of creative juices throughout today on Crafters TV. So all these shows coming up with Debbie later on the rest of the day, but of course they are going to be coming along with the main man himself, Ben, at Craft Along, Joe with launch party, and he's poised waiting with all of your comments. I can see him. He's like one of the wobblers that we had yesterday. He's wobbling away in the seat.
Hey, wobbling away with excitement, absolutely. Loads of you in and watching already today. Hey, Hadassah says good morning. Sandra, hi everyone. Hi, Sandra. Marcia is in. Georgie and Kelly says hi. Ben and Craig from Clearwater, Florida. Also the CTV family and crafty friends. Whoop, 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 whoop. Rhiannon says hi, Craig, Ben, social media superstar. It's Kiwi in the house today. Kiwi in the house. Kiwi.
The award ceremony that the team were at, I know Debbie will go over it later on as well. Kiwi was there, a lot of the team was there. Kiwi looked absolutely gorgeous as well. I've seen her on her social media post. So team, scrub up well.
Not too shabby. By the way, don't get too excited because that award ceremony is not the award ceremony that you're thinking about with that award. It's a completely different one. But yeah, very excited and lots of very posh looking people from Crafters Companion there last.
That's why me and you didn't go.
That's why we didn't, because we don't.
We're not
We
posh.
just keep the, wake up, no, you guys, no way.
You're the riffraff.
Yeah, riffraff, no riffraff allowed. We tried to get him, but no. Lynn says, hi Craig, Ben, the CTV team, social superstar and everyone. Shaddai is in. Alison says, good morning everyone from Brooklyn, New York. Another morning, with my son on the bus and now relaxing with a cup of coffee and watching Wake Up Call. What did you say then?
I don't know, it just came out.
Pammy's in, Betty's in, Sue's in, Jerry's in, Gemma's in, Adriana's in.
It's gonna be one of those shows. And we're that tired, we're buzzing.
And Shaddai is in as well, saying, Lord Ben, here is another one. I just thought Craig said ailments, but then I saw the screen said elements. He's got a bit of a funny accent sometimes. Sometimes when he says sweddles, it sounds like squeddles.
Do you want to know something?
Come on.
You know how yesterday I'd done the HSN Facebook Live?
Yes.
Right? So just before we went live, we got connected to Sarah, who was the presenter. And she was like, oh, hi, Craig. I was like, hi, Sarah. And she went, top of the morning to you, laddie. I went, yeah, top of the morning to you. I was like, I'm actually Scottish, though, Sarah. I'm not Irish. But do you know what? It's absolutely fine. Don't worry. Do not worry. I don't take offence. So there you go. So if I sometimes Sarah watches, so if she does, I just want to put her mind at ease, saying I wasn't offended, not at all, but I am Scottish.
At least you didn't go, ahoy there, me hearty, like I sometimes do. Anyway, I was about 5 minutes ago supposed to tell you about the Get It Got It Good deal, so I suppose I better do that now. Top of the morning to you if you're getting hold of our Get It Got It Good deal. This is our craft kit number 37, which is the pop-out character kit. It's brilliant, okay, so it allows you to create the pop-out characters. You've got a little bear in there and a little rabbit as well. As with all of these, you get your cardstock, you get your papers, you get your embellishments. These are so brilliant, and this particular kit today, £15 or $15, is £12 or $12, of course, if you are a platinum member as well. So make sure you jump in and grab it. The previous Get It Got It Good deals that we've had the last 2 weeks have sold out before the end of the week, so make sure you jump in and grab whilst you can. Right, let's get cracking then. Anything that you want...
But Ben?
Yep.
£12?
Yep.
Or $12
Yep.
for the craft kit?
Yep.
That's our full craft kit. And this isn't like for sure that I didn't know, because I don't really focus on the Get It Got It Goods because we don't demo them.
Did it yesterday? Did it yesterday with you? We launched it.
Yes, I know we launched it, but I don't demo
I
it.
did that. Whoa! What a wow! You were there.
Yeah, I know, but I don't always pay it. When you're going over Get It Got, I'll be.
But I was like, whoa, 12! Whoa, look at 12! Wow, bonus points! And you were, what were you doing?
Well, I was getting myself sorted.
Okay.
There's little bits that we just not necessarily zone out on, but just get ourselves sorted. When you're going over the Get It Got It Good, I don't need to pay attention to that.
So you zone out when I'm talking? Is that what you're saying?
When it comes to the Get It Got It Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can wax lyrical about this now because it's the first time that you've heard about it, even though I mentioned it yesterday. What do you think about that? £12 or $12, Craig?
I knew about it. I just didn't realise the price and the platinum price. Gosh, I'm the one that puts them on the show. I just didn't check the price. I don't look at the price because I don't demo them. So, but do you know what I will be demoing?
Yes.
What are you doing there? It's like you're a lobster.
I'm just saying.
My lobster. floral frames. Let's have a look. These ones coming up in the craft along. So these ones are what Debbie is going to be having a look at. Actually, tell you what, let's have a look at the screen first of all, because this is what you're going to be getting. And this says the 6 sets, and you're going to be getting your ink pad as well. This one is the alcohol ink, so that means you're going to be able to use your alcohol pens. So the Christmas Floral Stamp Collection, Christmas Floral Frame Stamp Collection, 24 elements in total. Not ailments, elements. Today's price being £63.85 or $70.95. You've got a saving of 20% on today's price, but you are going to be paying less when it comes to platinum, being £51.08 or $56.76 for you guys. Of course, as I do like to say every now and again, you guys across Europe, you just need to go to .eu for your prices in euros. So these are going to be the first demos. Let's have a look to see what to expect. Now, with these being part of the craft along, if you've not got them yet, you can of course get a hold of them today, and then you can then come back at a later date and watch the craft along. It won't be live, but you can still be crafting along. And all of these floral frames collection, these are all based on a lovely stamped image.
Yeah.
So we've got a lovely design here, whereas we've got kind of like into the woods with the cottages, very Christmas theme with the poinsettia. But then what you've got is you've got a couple of extra sentiments as well. But can you see into this bit here, this little indent groove here, you've got a die that actually matches. So when you stamp it out, this is how it looks, but this die will actually nestle nicely into this half aperture part of the design, and then it creates your frame.
Yeah.
So it creates that floral frame, so you could, if you wanted to, add the sentiment, maybe do a little bit of a picture, a shaker, anything like that you can be doing. So then that one being the Sending Festive Wishes. We've got Merrily on High.
Pretty.
So with this one here, so this is, as you can see, how it looks. I'd be more inclined to be using it that way. So you can see you've got your bells coming down the corner of the right-hand side. The die matches perfectly into the edge of the design. We've used our alcohol markers to colour these in like I will be doing within my demo, but you can do all your water techniques and that as well if you want. Santa Claus, this is the demo that I'm going to be doing.
Brilliant.
Absolutely adore him. Who doesn't love in Santa? And this one being called Believe in the Magic. And I always get the goosebumps when I watch Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah.
And then, you know, when he's poor Santa, he's in the court case, and then it says, do you believe? And then you've got all the, like the workmen and everyone in New York putting signs up going, I believe. That would be me. That would be me saying, I believe in Santa Claus.
I believe.
So you've got the same idea here. So you've got Santa with the holly, with the bows all the way around the side, and your die matches nicely into the side. With it being a stamp, that does mean that you don't have to have them contained into a small piece of card. It can be bigger if you want, but the aperture will stay the same size no matter what. We've then got something that would work really, really well with your Nutcracker collection.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to use your patterned papers. So you've got the stamps, you can see here. You've got your sentiments. These are all separate, so they're not actually attached in the middle. You will be able to stamp them out, use the die, and then this is the aperture effect. The other thing you can do as well, please don't feel as though you have to use the die. If you just want to use the full image itself, keeping in mind, you know, you're not going to stamp the sentiment in the middle. These are separate. So you're going to have a lovely fooled image that you can see here. So you've got that lovely rocking horse. With that one, I would say a bit of glitter, maybe. Well, basically, what would come within the Nutcracker collection would work well for that one. Then we have got our Happy Christmas Wishes. So this one, you've got your robin here. Really nice, a fancy elongated oval frame within this one here. This is one that would really work well being used on its own, but you do have the aperture die if you want to pop into the centre. And then last but not least, I think this has probably got to be my favourite, I think. Sending Glad Tidings. I don't know what. I am very much, as you guys know, you know as well, Ben, when it comes to my demos and that, I'm very straight lines. I like everything, you know, a straight line, you know, I don't do much that are at jaunty angles. And I just find this is very straight, it's pleasing on the eye.
Yeah, it is.
You can do a long sentiment if you want to. You know, you could do, I don't know, you can have little Santa Claus peeping out from the middle. It could be like a letterbox or something. Do you know what I mean? You can have a really...
Johnny has just gone, Santa Claus peeking through your letterbox. Ah! I get what you're saying. It would be a bit.
Could be worse. It could be a drain.
It could be a what?
Could be a drain.
A drain?
The clown.
What do you call it?
The drain.
Oh, the drain. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, the drain in. Yeah, that would not be. Let's just go with Father Christmas.
Let's just go with Father Christmas. Let's go with Father Christmas.
I'd rather him peeping through my letterbox.
So that is all of them that you're going to be getting within that centre or within that collection that you can see here. But then let's look at what you can be making. So keeping them flat if you want to, but then you can start to do all of your domed effects if you want. You can go to absolute town on the creativeness that you put into them. There's my favourite one here. I love it. I think this one here, it does work well, you know, going down the left and the right hand side, but equally you could get away. I know the baubles would be on their side, but you could get away with using it.
I like it on it so it could potentially, if you turn it over and add a little embellishment either side, it looks like a little cracker.
It does actually, doesn't it?
Yeah, little cracker.
It does, yeah.
Cracker.
Yeah, a really good cracker, so you could be using that. This is where we use the aperture. Not done anything detail-wise within the back. Matte and layer, little bit of colour in, and that's it. Look at this one. That's what Terry's made this one. Isn't that glorious? That one there is going very much for the pastel tones. And a prime example that at Christmas time, yes, go for your reds, go for your greens, go for your golds, but you can absolutely go with the pastel tones if you want, because you've got two different ones that you can see. This one here being by Michelle. So two different looks, but they look really, really gorgeous. Then we've got another one here.
The bells, I like those.
The bells. Really nice. This one, a bit of acetate on the back. This one's been done by Rachel. So you could do it into a shaker, but even if you've got your Snowfall acetate, whether you got any of ours from the Gnome collection or maybe some of Hunky Dory's, you can use all of them. What ones have I not shown yet? Let's go into this one here. You can see. Now this one, using that glitter in the background, it creates more of a, actually, I'm trying to think, not a sandy look. It's, the way I'm trying to explain it's not.
Just give it a little wiggle. I can't really see the glitter from here because I've got a little small screen.
Have you got that small screen? Have you?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I know what I'm trying to say, but I don't know
yeah,
how
so
to
do
explain
I.
it.
Not a sandy effect, like
natural or
what did you say?
like more of a natural look, but in the
Yeah.
winter time. I know you're probably at home going, "What the heck is he talking about?"
Let us
So
know
let's
what
just
Craig's
move
talking
on.
about, can you, on the
Yeah,
socials?
yeah. Just let us know.
I love this, the silver bells.
Yes,
Silver bells.
Silver bells. So going in with the dome there that you can see, a little bit of acetate. So all around the frames, doing the colouring. So it's all about the stamping, it's all about the colouring. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to get myself set up while Ben serenades us. I haven't heard where Ben's just finished off in that song. Silver bell. There's also
It will be Christmas Day. Less than 100 days to go.
there's a Silver Bells version on, funny enough, Polar Express,
Oh, is there?
which will make sense if you watch Second Chance Sunday this Sunday.
Absolutely right. We're all a bit higgledy-piggledy. Oh, don't start that again. We're all a little bit higgledy-piggledy up in the area today. And I tell you what, it is going to be one of them days. Whilst he's getting ready, thank you for all the lovely comments coming through. Jerry Johnson, very excited today. Getting my order, says Jerry. Autumn blessings and tri-blend markers. Good shopping. Shirley says, hello from Canton, Ohio. Just want you guys to know I love you both. Well, we love you, Shirley. You keep me laughing and so entertained.
Can I read one out?
If you want to.
Because it means absolute world, and it's just like, wow. Norma on YouTube, you guys are hilarious. Better than Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, here in the UK, we get clips of it on one of the Sky channels, but obviously it's a big, I think it's a live show on the Saturday night stateside. I know how big that is, so for you to say that, thank you so much.
Thank you, Norma. And what you could do is you could maybe write to the producers of the show and say, there's these English guys, well, one English guy, one Scottish guy, sounds like a joke, doesn't it? They're great, they should be on, and then maybe we could go over onto Saturday Night Live and do a little skit, you know?
Could do,
Maybe?
yeah.
I'd be up for that.
I'd be up for that as well.
I'd be up for that.
Crafty skit.
Yeah. Good morning, Ben and Craig. It's Baltic in Harrogate, says Leslie Ford. Oh yeah, Craig was saying it's cold here today. I think it's about 8 or 9 degrees, which is what, about 46, 48, is that, I think, in your money? Let us know where it's cold today. Quite up for that. Who's got the coldest temperature today? Where are you watching? What the temperature's like? We've got about 9 degrees here. Pammy says, you two are cracking me up this morning. Yeah. And Christine says, I have this Christmas floral set. Guess I should break them out and use them. Absolutely you should. If you're going to buy this stuff, make sure you open it up and get crafting with it. If you haven't got any ideas of what you could be doing, hopefully me man over the other side of the studio will give you some ideas in just a few moments' time. Remember, this is the Craft Along with our Debbie coming up a little bit later on, but let's have a look at it, shall we?
Let's do it. Let's go for it. So what I would suggest when it comes to these ones here, I would use my large stamping platform. We'll be able to use, or you will be able to use it using your 6x6, but because we've got a lovely design within each of them, we would recommend you do it onto your large platform or a large stamping platform, even if it's not ours. I've got a piece of white smooth stamping card to 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. And what I'm going to do is let's pop my magnetic discs in. We're going to go with Santa Claus.
Ho, ho, ho.
Here comes Santa Claus.
Here comes Santa Claus.
Down Santa Claus Lane. So what I'm doing is I'm positioning Santa towards the right-hand side. And then what I'm then going to do is, we've got your die that's then going to sit nicely into the aperture of Santa. So all that I'm doing is I'm having a look to see kind of roughly where I want it. So we're going to go in here. So I'm kind of happy with where that is. So I'm going to come back, put my discs in, and then I'm going to come in with my platform. And I'm going to use the ink pad that you get, which is your Flagstone alcohol proof. So I'm going to then stamp all of this out. So we're going to go in, give it a good stamp. I'm going to press it down, and then if I need to come back on any little misbits, Ben, then I can do.
Adriana just saying, fake autumn here in San Antonio. It's usually warmer. Expecting rain, a bit worried because we're having a food drive for the community.
Oh gosh.
A food drive for the community. Is that like, is that when you're collecting?
Oh, food drive?
Yeah, food drive. Like we have is that like the food banks here? Is that what it is?
I think so,
like collecting for people and helping people out. Mandy Doodlehands on YouTube. Hi Mandy, it's wet here in Milton Keynes, that's my old stomping ground, with a bit of wind. Sorry, why did that make me laugh? It's wet here in Milton Keynes with a bit of wind. Doesn't feel too cold. I don't know. It does. On and off. Betty, it says on YouTube, it's in the 60s already in Oklahoma and Rhiannon. It's currently 12 degrees here in Ballarat. It's going to rain for the rest of the week. Kind of feels like, I mean, autumn has officially arrived, doesn't it? But it kind of feels like the summer days which we've had recently are long gone, and definitely that autumnal weather here to stay. Do
you know what I used for the first time today?
Your central heating.
Well, close. It's
electric blanket.
No.
A hot water bottle.
No, I don't use a hot water bottle. I've got the the little heat bags you put in the microwave.
Oh, those ones. Yes,
But I use that all the time. I always use it on my stomach. Like many people, it just health issues. I just tend to pop out. It eases my Crohn's sometimes. And but no, how I got my new car.
Yes.
Which has got heated seats.
Have you got heated seats in your car? Whoa!
Let me tell you, it feels weird.
Does it?
Your bum gets... yes, Charlotte, it's exactly what it makes you feel like.
What does Charlotte say? Oh, let's not just repeat what Charlotte just said. Let's just go with
it
gives you a hotty botty. So the hottie Scotty had a hottie botty.
With a wetty fronty.
The what?
With a wetty fronty.
You always have to go the next step, don't you?
Well, because everyone's reading it. Well, what exactly does it mean? It does, Johnny. It does. It makes you.
All right, come on. Let's rein this back in. I'm going to be the sensible one here. I'm going to be the sensible one. It feels like it's hotty botty. Let's just go with that, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let us know if you've got heated seats and you know about the sensation that Craig is talking about. Debbie's in the studio.
The first time I sat in Sarah's car, she didn't tell me, and I actually thought... I thought I were on fire. But very nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
Good.
Very
Nice.
posh, Craig, very posh.
I have no idea what this sensation is like because I've only got a cheap, sort of low-end automobile. These guys, you know, oh, I've got a car, heated seats.
The megabucks you're on and you can't even get a decent car.
$500,000 a year, yeah.
$500,000.
Yeah. If you, next thing you're going to tell me, then you got a heated steering wheel as well.
Me?
Have you got a heated steering wheel?
Do you actually even get that?
Yeah. Debbie Fisher's got one.
Oh, Debbie Fisher's got one. Well, there you go.
Ah.
Oh, see how you don't say anything like that about Debbie?
What?
Taking the mick out of me with my heated seats. But Debbie's got a heated steering wheel.
Oh, there you go. Terry Thomas has said, Craig, wait until you feel the heated steering wheel. It's awesome. His car hasn't got one though, but maybe that's the next step up from him. I'm miles behind. My car is, I've just literally got the heater to like heat the windscreen on mine. That's it. Heated seats, heated steering wheels. Seriously. I've still got wind down windows. Yeah.
Have you still got the wind round sunroof as well?
Yeah.
You know,
wind
you just
sunroof.
go up and it's like, it's like a helicopter. You know, wind the sunroof round and round and round. You know, swing your arms around.
Yeah. Mine's still got one of those old chokes that you have to pull out to get it going in the morning.
My gran used to have one of them in her car.
I got one of those cranks. You lift up the bonnet and you put it on to start the engine. My car's that old. Oh yeah, miles behind these guys.
You've probably got no floor in your car and you have to use your legs.
Yeah, Fred Flintstone. That's why my shoes are so worn out.
Yabba-dabba-doo. Oh dear.
Dear, oh dear.
What I've been doing here, Ben, is I've started to colour. So I've done Santa's hat. I have used my tri-blends and I've used the dark red blend. Now, of course, with time, what we would do is spend a lot more time on these. But I do have one finished that I can show you. So that was our dark red blend. I'm going in with my Alpine green blend. And then I'm going to blend that one out. And then let's finish this one off. I'm going back in with the light tone. And then I would go in, for this full image, all that I would use is the dark red blend, Alpine green blend, and then the ice grey blend. That's the only 3 tri-blends that I would use, which then would give me this look here. So I know, not just myself, many as I know, Debbie's as well over the time explained, if you've got something white and you want to make it look rounded but without just leaving it plain white, go in with your grey and just follow around, and that just creates that shape, it creates that roundness without just leaving it looking kind of like stale and flat. So what I've then done is I've already created a box. So I've gone in with my Centura Pearl 10 1/4 by 8 1/4, and on the box lid I've scored at 1.5 inches all the way round. I've done the same with the box base, but I have then scored it on the box base side. And then for an aperture, what I've done is I've created that aperture using my Matt & Laird dies at 5 1/4. And the reason I've done that is because that can then sit nicely over the top. So we're going to see into the box, and then inside the base of the box, I'm going to put another bit of gold, and it'll all come together just in a moment or two.
A few of you just chatting temperatures, because we were saying it's cold today. Evelyn says, morning from beautiful Colorado. It's not going to be cold in Colorado today. 27 degrees.
Ooh, nice.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Bit of 27.
So nice.
48 degrees in Northern Carolina, but then it's 4:30 a.m. Hang on, that's 48 degrees in Fahrenheit, isn't it? Which is, what is that? I don't know how you calculate that.
See, I'm not good at temperatures.
I don't know how you work it out. What's the formula for it? There's a formula.
Is there?
48, hang on, 48F.
I don't know, I'm just not good with anything like that.
8 degrees. I did spot one further down here actually. Who was it? 68 degrees in Long Island, New York, says
Right.
Teresa. What's that? 20 degrees. And Sharon just saying, hi Ben and Craig, 15 degrees here, very wet and windy in Somerset. I have heated seats and a steering wheel. Ooh. Oh, you have heated seats and a heated steering wheel. I was going to say, my car has a steering wheel. It's just not heated. In my Kurga. I have heated seats and steering wheel in my car. A Kurga. What is it? Ford Kuga. And a heated windscreen as well. That is posh. There's someone I know, and it's not someone here, but I don't know where I know them. And they've got a car that it's like all Bluetooth or something. And you know, like on those winter mornings when your car freezes up and then you have to go outside and like de-ice it and whatnot, they can turn all of the electrics on from inside the house, and the car will like.
No way.
Yeah, the car will like de-ice itself and warm itself up, ready for then when you come out of the house and get straight into the car.
That is so cool.
Yeah, somebody here's got that, have they? Is that Joe? How amazing is that? That's the next level. That's what you want next.
Yeah, and here's me getting excited about plugging my kettle into a smart plug and then being able to be up the stairs and flicking the kettle on from my phone. Or
what
just
can you do?
asking Alexa to turn the
You've got a
kettle.
smart kettle?
Well, no, I've not got a smart kettle, but my kettle's plugged into a smart plug.
Ah, that's a great idea. All mine are plugged into lights.
Yeah, well, I've got my lights as well, but I did look at a smart kettle.
Yeah.
It's so expensive.
Yeah.
But you can do it with a smart plug.
Of course you can.
Yeah.
Why have I never thought of that?
All you need to do is, once you've plugged it in, you need to flick the switch of your kettle down as if it's waiting to boil.
Yeah.
But obviously, because the power's not to it, because you've not asked Alexa to boil it, the power doesn't go on.
So first thing in the morning, you can get Alexa to boil your...
Yeah. So as you come around in the morning, you can either ask Alexa, or I sometimes just use my app and I just press it.
Mate, that's top tip of the day.
There you go.
I love that idea.
Yep.
I'm going to switch around my plugs.
I know, technology.
I do remember teammates, Johnny, back in the day. Oh dear. They always used to win those on Bullseye, didn't they, here in the UK, that quiz show?
And a big boat.
And a what? And a
big
boat.
boat.
Yeah, speedboat for someone who lived in Birmingham. Go on, lads, let's have a look at what you could have
Here's
won.
what you could have won.
Yeah.
I know.
What a TV show that was. They don't
Really
make them
good.
like they used to.
They don't, do they?
No.
They don't.
No.
But here we go. All that I'd done was assembled that together. The only addition that I did add was a aperture of a little bit of gold cardstock. What I would do as well, go round the edges with some pattern paper. So I'll show you the one that I've done. It looks pretty much identical, but I have gone round the edges with some pattern paper that we can see here. The sentiment also comes included. You get a couple of them, bless you Debbie. You get a couple of them included with them all, but you've got all 6 sets in total that you can go for when it comes to the craft along that Debbie's going to be featuring on next after Wake Up Call. But if you do want to go for them today, you get all sets. You get your alcohol ink pad as well, which is your flagstone. Today's price being £63.85 or $70.95. It does work out, you're getting a saving of 20% on today's price. However, platinum's going to come down even more to £51.08 or $56.76. Don't forget though, you've kind of got a 2 for in the fact of, yes, you can use the aperture dies with them or use the stamps as standalone stamps if you want to as well. Lots of things that you can do, but do make sure that you check out the craft along with Debbie later on, and of course Ben too.
Yep, it's going to be brilliant. Really looking forward to that. Also, let's just do a couple little mentions for people doing great things today. Thank you, Adriana, for coming back about food drives, because not something that I really understood, but basically Adriana says, at our food drive, we unpack, sort and distribute food, curbside service. The community drives by with trunks and car doors open whilst we load the food. So that sounds like a really amazing thing to do, Adriana. So chapeau, hats off to you today for doing that. That's amazing. And also Christine Mahoney on Facebook, who also is doing a little bit today, saying, hey, can you say hello to my friend Cindy, who's just had a sinus infection operation operation yesterday. Well, Cindy, we wish you all the best. And Christine goes on to say she needs someone to stay with her for 24 hours. That be me. Well, Christine, what a great friend you are. That's amazing. And Cindy, we all hope that you recover very soon from your operation. Keep those messages coming in. Any questions you've got about any of the shows or any of the goodies we've got coming up today, you can send those to us as well. And we are going to get ready to chat to the lovely Debbie Robinson in just a few moments' time. While she gets ready, let's give you some information about Club Inspire and also about our delivery. Here it comes.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Welcome back. I just looked at the time. We're halfway through the show already. Where has the time gone? Having the best of times. I'm in such a giddy mood today. I don't know. Well, I do know why, because I love working here. But I'm just like, I'm normally sort of like, you know, up there. But today I'm like over here somewhere. So apologies if I'm a little bit over the top today. But I'm loving life. Message or question from Norma on YouTube. That was lovely Norma who said we should be on Saturday Night
Live.
Yeah. Norma.
Live from New York, it's Saturday Night Live.
With Ben and Craig. Craig, says
yes.
Norma, what die did you use to cut the box, or was it all just measurements?
So the actual box, that was just measurements using the scoreboard, our score master. For the aperture, I used the set of our Matt and Laird dies. It was the 5x7 set, and I used the one with the length that was 5 1/4. I can't remember what I said the measurement in the box was, but you can just nip back into the demo. I know that I did tell you the measurements during the demo.
And Stacey on YouTube just says, hi boys. Hi Stacey.
Hi.
Hey. Well, I've just got my foil press machine today, just been delivered. Now I have to buy the extender plate for it. Then I am all good to go. Well, Stacey, that all sounds very exciting. Lovely to hear from you and keep those messages coming in. Now, hang on a minute. I'm sat here. You're sat there. What's going on?
This is when I get to take a little bit of break and I get to watch an expert in action who's coming up later today. And I know I've already said it once and I'm going to say it again. And I do urge you after the show, go across to Debbie's page and have a look, Debbie Robinson CC, because she looked gorgeous last night. And she still does now. Her hair's looking gorgeous and she's going to be demoing the stencils. Hiya, Debbie.
Hi, yeah. Oh, I'm so excited to be here, boys. Yeah, I managed to sleep very still last night and keep it in just for one more night because it was just a glamorous day. I wanted to come in my dress.
Did you start standing up or what?
I literally, no, just stayed, one position, didn't move, then woke up with a crick in my neck because I didn't move. But it just felt so glamorous yesterday. Can I just say a big thank you to everybody? We're talking to Craig before the show, and I said, I've never had such a response from a post ever of me just putting a picture of myself on going for the awards ceremony last night. But I absolutely felt $1 million. And your comments, and I got private messages, hundreds and hundreds of comments, and I had literally less than 1,000 likes and loves. So I just want to say a big thank you because you made me feel even more glamorous and special. It was a lovely night.
You looked $1 million.
Thank you. Thank
Debbie,
you.
could you just quickly explain the award ceremony that you were at, just so no one thinks, was this the craft one?
Oh, no.
What was it? It was something
so
different,
it was the Tees Businesswoman of the Year Awards 2021, all about empowering women, and it was such an uplifting. I said to you guys this morning, I just was so uplifted by all the wonderful women in business, and it just absolutely, it was a privilege to stand in for Sarah, because obviously she's been twirled and swirled around an antrum at the minute by a very gorgeous young man, but I was honoured to be representing our company that night. It was absolutely fabulous. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed it, and I think I did all right with the speech, Ben.
I heard that your speech was very, very good, not only delivered very confidently, but apparently a bit of comedy in there as well.
Oh no, just a sprinkle, just a little sprinkle. But yeah, I thought I better behave myself. It was a very professional awards, but it was lovely, and I felt really glamorous because it was one of those opening of the golden envelope moments. I got to do that. I was like, and the winner is, and gosh, love her, Lindsay from Hog Global Logistics was the winner of the Small Business Award, shaking, crying because she didn't expect to win it, and she was just such a lovely woman and a lovely story behind how she got her business started. So it was a genuinely brilliant night, literally all about the women in business, and obviously Sarah, you know, this is where Sarah started herself and has grown the business too. So we presented the award, or should I say I presented the award for the Small Business Award category. So it was absolutely fabulous and really, really enjoyed it. So thank you very much for all that love and support because it genuinely touched me. So yes, absolutely fabulous night.
Excellent.
But I am back.
You are.
Because I've got some fabulous products on the show as well. Because coming up later on, yes, you have got me for the rest of the day. You've got me for a craft along later, but also for the launch party where there's some of my favourite things. And they asked me, Debbie, what would you like to do? I love these stencils. I'm just going to say right now, the pigment ink stencils are absolutely beautiful. We call them background stencils, Ben, Craig. Craig, you're going to agree with me here.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing background about these.
Nope.
These are beautiful stencils that you can use with our pigment inks, with lots of other different things as well. So I've got a couple of different options tonight to show you how we can use them. But look at that price for all those stencils. That's amazing for all 8. And these are big stencils, can I just tell you as well. They are absolutely fabulous, and they're at price $34.99 or $46.95. But look at the platinum price. I mean, I'm scratching already. Absolutely amazing, and they are fabulous. Jan, I think, launched these just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, not long.
Maybe even last week, something like that, where she launched them. But they're absolutely beautiful, and I'm going to take you through each and every single design, and I'm going to show you what we're going to create. One of my favourites, not going to lie. Although I'm still trying to get this word right. Scattered foliage.
You did it!
Yay!
I'll get away. Can I get away with that one?
Yeah.
Foliage. Just say it quietly, then nobody will notice that if I can't say it right or wrong. But absolutely beautiful. I love these. These are big statement stencils, and like I said, pigment inks, any of the inks, any texture pastes, glitter pastes, anything that you want to put there. You can actually emboss with them as well. I mean, you'll know, Craig, you can emboss with our stencils, and especially something like this. This is perfect for embossing. This one is the cute florals, absolutely glorious. Then we have got the abstract swirls. Love the abstract swirls. Look what happens when you play with different colours as well, how fabulous that actually looks. Another gorgeous design, the rosebud floral, beautiful. One of my favourites as well, of course, the beautiful butterflies, absolutely gorgeous. A very, very useful polka dots, which I just think, backgrounds, focal parts, whatever it is that you want to create. A lovely design, this one. I quite like this. The
so
elegant
different.
trellis. It's something very different. And I think of, do you know when you're wanting to go for the masculine kind of cards? I think this one's definitely one of those that you're going to be able to use. And then, of course, we have to have a little bit of love.
Yeah.
A lot of love.
Love
Love hearts. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, just really useful stencils to have, whether you want to have them in the background, whether you want to use them for focal parts as well, because they literally are beautiful. And I'll show you a couple of samples that you can see how the design team have created with these. They're just glorious. I love these. These are just beautiful. And like I said, they can be focal parts. Look at this one with the butterflies. I mean, Julie has really knocked it out at park with that one. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love that one. Using the pigment inks there again. What about sort of the collections that we've got out recently? Background pieces for them. They look absolutely fabulous. Keep them just for focal parts of your card. Make them a focal part of your card. But they're just absolutely fabulous. And I do adore stencils. Stencils, along with embossing folders, definitely some of my favourites. And this is what we're going to be making right now.
Oh,
so
cool.
we're going to be using, I've got a little bit black and gold theme. I think I carried it forward from last night. You know, I think I had it in my head with the dress. I think that's what I did. But absolutely beautiful. And like I said, you can keep these really clean and simple and just add something like a sentiment, and that's all you need to pop on there. So we're going to bring in our pigment inks. Now I've gone for 2 pigment inks on this one, and I've gone for my clear embossing powder because we're going to do a bit of heat embossing as well. So I've got myself a couple of daubers, but I'm actually going to use our Midas metallic pigment ink pad in the gold and the opaque pigment ink pad, both perfect for your blending as well as your heat embossing techniques, which is what we're going to be doing right now. And got to have a good stencil, so I thought I'm going to kickstart my favourites. I can't lie, I love this one. I absolutely adore the scattered foliage.
What's it called?
Scattered.
You're saying it right now, so you should say it loud and proud.
Because I keep getting it mixed up. Foliage.
There you go.
Is that all right? Can I take that one? I'll take that one. I'll have that one. Yeah, absolutely. But it is beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous design. Now I'm going to hold it down. I've taken a piece of A4 stamping card and I'm just going to hold it down with some tape. I'm just taking care though not to go over my actual design, but I just want to hold my stencil into place. You could use things like your repositional spray, and I'm going to see if we've got one underneath. Yes, we have. You could spray the back of our UK. You'd have to get this on HSN if you're over stateside, but you can get it on HSN, which is the stick and spray. It's the repositional spray. That you could spray on the underneath side of the stencil and then pop it down, and it doesn't leave a residue, it just peels back off, it stays in place while you've got it. But I'm quite comfortable with using it with some tape, so because I'm using a couple of colours, I'm going to actually tape it down onto the bottom and the top, and then I'm going to bring in my daubers. I've got my ink pads, and we're going to have a little play with the colour, just like giving it a bit of a section of black, then gold, then black, then gold. So I thought that we'd go with that one. So I'm going to start with the black. So again, just taking it in. Now, our pigment ink pads are ink that doesn't dry instantly. It stays open. I'm going to say open drying time. Look how striking already it is. But it gives you a longer open drying time, which means you can add things like your clear embossing powders. You could, of course, use our sticky ink and then any embossing powders over as well if you want to do so, but I'm going to use this one with clear embossing powder. So again, I'm just running that all the way along there. Now you'll see a difference with the inks. You'll agree with this, Craig, won't you? You can feel the texture of the ink when you're using it. It's got that, you can actually feel the stickiness to it.
Yeah, and until you actually even have a play with the different ink pads, the 3 of them that we do, yeah, you notice a big difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
So do you have to like applicate it differently then to the other ink pads, if
No.
you know what I mean? No.
Exactly the same. So you can still do blending. So I'm going to be blending a bit of the 2 colours there between the both. But what I'm wanting to do is create a little bit of a lovely stencil-y background, very dramatic as well in these 2 colours, really gorgeous. But again, you can still blend over. It doesn't really, that's the thing about pigment ink pads. Oh, I nearly got that word out wrong. The pigment ink pads, yeah. So yeah, they are fabulous to use, but you can most definitely tell a difference when you're popping this on. You really can, can't you, Craig?
What are the size of the stencils as well, Debbie? Rhiannon's asking.
So they're 7x7, if I remember rightly. Yeah, 7x7 these. So totally a lot bigger than normal stencils that we do. So I love them for that reason. The fact that they're bigger, the fact that you can play with them, you can cut into them once you've done your design. You can use any of your inks as well. There's not just the pigment inks, although we call it the pigment ink pad collection, the background collection, it doesn't mean to say that you have to use that. And I am going to use some paste later on tonight as well.
And that's the thing as well, because of the size of them, if you're like me, and I know you do big cards as well, Debbie,
Yeah.
it's easy to fill an 8x8 card, but then equally, once you've inked them, chop it down, and then you can do 4x4, 5x5, 5x7, do you know what I mean? You can have a good play with the sizes.
Absolutely. So that's all my inking done. So what I'm just going to do now is just peel back my tape, because I want to lift this off. Oops, not take it off the counter, Debbie.
Hello.
Hello. And I'm going to bring in my clear embossing powder. So I'm just going to peel that back. And I do tend to do it this way. And there's a reason why I prefer to do it bigger. On bigger piece of cardstock, and then look how dramatic that looks. How gorgeous does that look? So I'm just going to peel that off for a second, because I can cut down afterwards, and that's the preferred method I like to do. Now I'm using the one that I've got 2 of these tubs, Craig. I don't know about you, but I love clear embossing powder. But can you see I've added a bit of glitter?
Oh, so you have?
Yeah, I put some glitter. So I've got one that's got glitter in and one that hasn't got glitter in, because I like the different effects. And it's Leanne's fault. She showed me how to do it, but I thought, I'm not happy just a little
So
pot.
you've literally created your own like glittery embossing powder?
Glittery embossing powder, yeah. It just gives it a nice little finish.
Clever
I'm just
idea.
making sure I've got all of that area covered. There we go. And then I'm going to pour that back into me ink pad. That's
Into
not an
ink
ink
pad,
pad,
into
Debbie.
your pot.
Into me pot. Now, we do clear embossing powder. I know you have yours in a little tub, don't you, Craig? Do you have yours in a tub? Your
Yeah, I've got
embossing
this just like a little tub, yeah.
Yeah. So that's all on there. I can see it's caught it in the areas where I want it to catch. So I'm just going to bring in my heat appliance. Now, boys, I'm going to go a little bit deaf when it comes to this, because it's such a loud...
Pardon?
Do you know, it's not like jams.
Jams.
So if I raise my voice, I do apologise, because I think I've got to shout over it to speak to you, but I haven't. So I'm going to keep my ear this
We're a
side.
bit closer than we normally are.
We are, aren't we? Yeah.
You know, you can...
Absolutely. So what I'm just going to do now is wait for this to set, because this is the magic. What happens? You heat it up and you place it over. Now, I often get asked this, do you, Craig, about do you do it from underneath or on top?
Yeah. I always do it.
So...
what do you prefer, Craig?
I like on top.
Right.
I like to do it on top as well. But there's no right or wrong way. I nearly got myself into trouble there. There's no right or wrong way. People will tell you, Craig, why are you putting a pillow over your head? People will tell you that they don't like to do it on the top because it burns it.
I don't find it...
But it doesn't. It doesn't burn it at all.
I don't think so. No, I honestly don't think so either. No.
As long as you move it into, if you move it, it doesn't burn.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the. If you keep it in one place, so if I was to keep it there, right in one place, and not move it for a few minutes, it's going to burn.
Of course it is, yeah.
Yeah. So I would just say no, and you can see it heat setting. I mean, I don't know if our Charlotte can pick that up, but it is heat setting as I'm moving it along. Oh, right. But you can go underneath if you want, so let's just show you. You can go underneath. But the problem I have there, Craig, and I don't know about yourself, is I have to lift it, and I can't see it properly then, so I don't feel comfortable doing it. So I do prefer it on the top part of it. The top part of it. So I can see where I'm at heat setting it as well.
Just to ask whilst you do that, Johnny, can we check? Victoria's asked if the finger daubers are in stock. I want to say that they're not.
No, they weren't last week, so unless we've had a consignment coming in, I'm not sure. But finger daubers you can do with these as well, absolutely. But I've just used the round ones for this one.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then literally, you just heat set that. I mean, just look how glorious that's looking. And I'm going to make sure that I'm covering the whole of that area. Are you one of those that doesn't waft either, Craig? Don't waft it round like an hairdryer like this?
No, I always just keep it still. And
Just
then
keep
as it
it
melts
still
and
going
moves,
along,
yeah.
and you can just take it across, and you'll see it heat set in front of your very eyes. But I think that is just about done. So literally...
Can I just ask as well, because Mary Kay wants to know, do you just add the glitter powder to any embossing powder and it will stick/stay once embossed on the card?
So my glitter, yes.
Yeah.
So because that's so I haven't gone heavily handed with this. So what I've done is I've just put literally less than a teaspoon into there, because this is a big pot that I've got. So yeah, it doesn't affect it, and I don't know if you can see, but it has got a bit of a sparkle in it as well. So can you see there's a bit of a sparkle in there? So it's not overly glittery. I didn't want overly glitter. But it just gives a hint of glitter, so it does stick in there.
I never thought. Do you know the thing is? I know you get embossing powders out there with glitters and that in them, but I've never thought about just creating my own by popping my own glitter in.
Yeah,
I love that.
It's Leanne. It's all Leanne's fault. I want to do that technique, and I was like, ooh, I like that. So I just thought, right, I'm going to do it, and I invested in 2 big tubs because I do love clear embossing powder, and the reason being, when we brought out the pigment ink pads, do you know, they're just fabulous. Now, like I said, we do a set of clear embossing powders, and I think they're like in a little small pot.
I think so, yeah.
But that's the Cosmic Shimmer one that I've got from Cosmic Shimmer, which I know we do a lot of Cosmic Shimmer products, so you could perhaps check the website out and see if it's on there. But yeah, I do love it, and I do, like I said, I do have 2 pots, one with just clear embossing powder, one with clear with a bit of glitter in as well, so I can do the 2 different techniques.
The thing is, Debbie, what I used to, before I started with Crafter's Companion, I used to have, I don't know, maybe about 20 different tubs of coloured embossing powder.
Yeah.
And I've still got bits, but now all that I do is I just buy clear. I've got clear and I've got white, and actually I've got black as well, because I use our pigment ink pads with the clear embossing powder, and that creates the colour. So you don't need to go out and buy lots of different colour embossing powders. I just do what Debbie's done.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, there's still quite a nice bit of ink left on that as well, so you could reuse that. So instead of wasting it, just take another scrap piece of paper and just move it around. Now, you can move it around either with your finger, so you could literally move it on there with a finger, but I don't want to get too inky just at the minute. But you could take your dauber back over and go back. So don't waste your ink, is what I'm saying. So you've got that. But once you have finished, and like I said, you could get a couple out of there. Once you have finished with it, pop it in some warm soapy water or a cloth of sorts. So I'm just going to pop that just on there. I'll sort that out in a bit. But what I've got here is now I've got myself a card blank, and I have gone big with this one, Craig. I have gone 8 by 8 with this one. And all I've done is done a little bit of matte and layering. Do you know the new gorgeous 12 by 12?
Yeah.
Oh, I've not used it yet.
Gorgeous. This is the one of the gold. Look how gorgeous that gold is.
The mixed cards.
It's just got 2. So it's got the gold, and so so there's 3 pads, 6 pads in total. 3 are glitter, and 3 are, wait a minute, gold glitter has got the matching cardstock, which is the like a pearl,
it's like
double
a pearly,
pearlescent,
yeah.
And then there's the gold, there's a silver, and what's the other colour, Craig? Top of my head, I can't think what it is.
Gold, silver, and
is it like a rose gold or a copper?
I thought it was like a coppery one.
Do you know, I've completely forgotten. Is it copper?
Copper.
Thank you very much there, Johnny knowing more than us. We're supposed to be the experts, Craig.
Oh, you should have seen him yesterday. Demo of the day yesterday.
Who got demo of the day yesterday?
You did, Ben did.
You are kidding me.
Debbie, I was over that, this one here, he got me doing I did gilding flakes, and then later on in the day, I came over the other side of the studio again, and he stepped me through working with the Scoremaster, and I made an envelope.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
I am so impressed.
That came
Ben, I am so impressed. That's amazing, absolutely amazing. I can't believe you did that. And you got demo of the day.
Yeah.
We're going to have to put you on the board.
What?
We're going to have to put you on the board.
Well, I don't know about that, but we'll have to, maybe we'll wait and see. I'm in on Sunday to do the final,
no. So you mean you could actually
sway the vote.
You could be demo of the week.
I mean, come on.
Amazing. That's fabulous. Aren't they fabulous though, those gorgeous, beautiful flakes, the gilding flakes, absolutely gorgeous. Oh my, have you got rid of them all, Ben?
Apparently my demo sold them all out.
Sorry, Debbie, they're not on launch party tonight.
Oh, it's a good job I didn't plan out with him, isn't it? It's a
Debbie,
good
do you know
job
what
I
I love the most about it? Because I've seen before where sometimes you sort of like just pick up a few of the flakes, but Craig just taught me the dunk technique.
The dunk.
So just dunked it right in there in the tub. And then we like...
You were unsure at first, weren't you?
Well, I was a little bit unsure, yeah, because I thought it was going to go all over the place. And I was like, what, you want me to dunk it right in? He was like, yeah, get in there. And it was great.
I'm a dunker.
Oh, yeah. Such good fun, honestly.
Hey, bless you. Oh, it sounds like you had a blast yesterday.
We did.
Oh, God.
And we're having a blast today as well already.
Oh, no.
Gonna be a fun
Right,
day.
so all I've done with this one, Ben Craig, is I've matted and laid. I could have been a little bit more frugal and I could have gutted that out. So, but I've just chose it.
We don't have the time, do we?
Really. Yeah, sometimes I just don't have the time. But if I would have been at home, I probably would have done it a little bit more different. But you can see that beautiful, shiny, enamelled look with that glitter in there. And all I've done is taken one of our nesting dies. It's one of the stitched nesting circle dies, and popped one of the words. Literally, this is one of our older collections.
It is,
you know,
isn't it?
Yeah. And I've just popped a couple of little gems on. And literally, you can place. I mean, we can place this anyway. We'll go a different way for this one. So I'm going to pop that onto there. I'm actually going to just add myself as well a little bit of a butterfly. Let me see if I can grab a little bit of tape. What would I do with my tape pen? So I'm going to pop, oops, would help to take the top off, Debbie. Pop a little bit of tape onto, yet again, another one of my old butterflies there, Craig, again. You'll recognise this one. And I'm just going to add that onto the top. Because sometimes I think less is more.
Absolutely.
And those stencils can speak for themselves because they're absolutely beautiful stencils that you can get creative with. We call them the pigment ink background stencils, but there's lots of things that you can do with them. I've just kept that in its fullest form, but how beautiful does that look? And that lovely sparkle that you can get on there, I'm trying to get the sparkle hit there, is just phenomenal. Absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, and a fantastic price as well. So we've got them on that great price for you today, as you can see on your screen too. So thank you very much for having me on this little segment. I'm going to go off and grab myself a baked potato and a bit of,
Before you go, Debbie.
Baked potato. I've got to grab some food and get ready for the craft along. So I'll see you all at 3 p.m. UK time. Yes?
Oh, I was just going to say, thank you, baked potato.
You'll probably have to explain that because the people on stateside might not have a clue about that one. But it was a song during lockdown, I believe.
It was by a comedian here in the UK called Matt Lucas, who wrote a song about a baked potato, which got into the charts.
But to say as well, Debbie, before you go, a lot of comments about how gorgeous you were looking last night in your dress and that, and a lot of love for your top, your dress today.
Oh, thank you. Well, this one is a top this today. I've even got me, I can't even get them on, but I've even got me, because I had some ridiculous shoes on last night, but I've got some... Got my trousers on and my big clumpy, my comfy trainers today. So yes, but it's a top today that I've got. But yeah, did you see her? Hey, I got my leg right up there. Didn't you? Bit of practicing. Producer Johnny, what you like. But I'll see you all later. Thank you very much for having me on your show today, Craig.
Oh, anytime, absolutely anytime indeed. So yeah, as you say, that is going to be coming up within the craft along later on in the day. Well, I'll say later on, it's actually the next show after Wake Up Call. So we've gone from one, you've got another deal as well, haven't you?
I certainly do have another deal. It is our Out of This World deal, which is coming up later on Launch Party. Deal.
Is it that one that we do it on?
Yeah, well, it's the Out of This World deal, Monday Mega deal, anything with deal, we do the deal, but it's too late now. The launch party deal is the card kit collection with your reverse easel kit. You've got your tape pen and foam pads with this as well. And this really is such a brilliant collection because you've got 464 elements in it. You're going to make 24 complete cards, but as we've always talked about with these kits, I suppose it depends how frugal you are with the bits and pieces within the kit. But basically, you've got the actual base itself, all right, and then you've got the actual pop-out elements that you can take out the card. So the beautiful floral bouquets. You've got all of the sentiments in here as well, and it is literally a case of, like normally you would get the kit on its own, but then the great thing is, you're going to get the foam pads to go with it as well, so you can do your decoupage. You're also going to get your glue tape pen too, so you've got all your kind of adhesive elements, and the envelopes too. So it is a brilliant kit. Honestly, if you've thought about starting to get into card making and you want the easiest way to be able to create some beautiful cards, this is the kit to go for. And actually, it's a great kit as well for those more experienced crafters who just want a, you just fancy doing a bit of crafting, but you just got 5 or 10 minutes. This is absolutely perfect for that. The price is phenomenal, by the way, £13.18. Or $16.77 if you're a platinum member. This is a 24-hour deal, and I'm not surprised because those sort of prices we cannot keep for very long. Look at the normal price it should be, the price that you're paying today, but only for 24 hours or whilst stocks last. We're going to have a little look at this collection with Craig just now over the other side of the studio, just to basically show you how super quick and simple it is to pop one of these cards together. So let's pop on over to Craig, who is getting himself sorted. Which one are you going to go for, Craig?
Decisions. I don't know, because you've got so many of them. What we've done is let's go for a pinky one.
Pinky.
And I'm going to go for the matching card blank as well. So you are going to use 2 to create one of the cards. So we can see here I've got the main die cut elements and the card blank as well. In actual fact, it was one of the shows last week. We done this one together, didn't we, Ben?
We did.
We did.
Was that last week?
Was it a wake-up call last week? I think it was.
Yeah.
But what these do is these create these reverse easel cards. So I'll turn it that way so that you can see. And it's got the look of an easel card, but it is called reverse easel because we actually fold it back in a slightly different way where you get that reverse factor. So you can see you've got that easel style, but if I turn it that way, you've got that reverse side. So it looks a little bit different, but then you've actually got the topper, which is creating the image, but it's holding it all together as well. And all die cut. So what you can do is you can pop them out exactly the same as what I would do with anything die cut like hunky dory. I would come along and little pips are holding them into place. So I would come along with my scissors or a nail file, anything like that, and then snip them away. But you get more than you need on here. So what you're not going to use, pop it into a little cello bag, a little box or something like that, and you can be using them elsewhere. So I'm going to pop a load of these out for now, and then you can let your creativeness just go AWOL if you want. And you can do them as they're intended when it comes to the reverse easel. It's got the decoupage effect to it, but you can go rogue, as I say, if you want. Or what you can do is you can go completely off-piste and create anything you want card blank wise. And I'll explain what I meant by that just shortly. But even the card blank, all of that's die cut. So take that away. This I wouldn't bin if I was at home because these are good for little borders or strips, anything like that you can be using. But I am just going to pop it to the side for now. So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to fold it over. What I'm going to do is give it a burnish, make it that little bit more professional. And it is all a coated cardstock, apart from this opposite side here. It is a matte card, and this enables you to write your sentiment on. So it makes it easier, like a ballpoint pen or something like that. So this is coated, but then on the reverse, this is matte, so you can write your message or sentiment, or you can even stamp onto it if you want. But what I'm then going to do for now is let's bring in the main image, which is this one, and then I'm going to take a load of these die-cut embellishments, these die-cut decoupage elements, and we're going to use our foam pads, and we're going to start to build them up.
Teresa summed this up brilliantly on Facebook, just saying, I purchased this kit before and these are easy and lovely to have on hand. They are absolutely that. Honestly, it is the most simplest form, I think, of popping a card together, but at the end of it, you still get a really, really professional looking card. And what I love about this particular Out This World deal is the fact that you get the foam pads with it as well, your 3D foam pad kit. You're going to get the tape pen with it as well, and the envelopes. It's a phenomenal buy. Great gift idea for somebody. And again, as we were chatting about a little bit earlier on, or maybe it was on the, I think it was earlier on the show that you haven't seen, which you're going to see on Sunday, there might be certain things that you've got within your crafty stash that, you know, you maybe want the kids and the grandkids to get involved in, but you don't necessarily want to share with them. Yeah. This is the kind of kit that absolutely you can get the little ones crafting with because, you know, it's very, very inexpensive today. And actually, this is super, super easy to do even for little hands, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It really, really is. You've got the tape runners that little ones can use. You've got the foam pads that little ones would love to use as well, because you're creating height. And I think, I've explained this in the past, I think this is where my love of the foam pads and the decoupage comes from. And that is from when I was little, when my gran used to give me a Christmas card. And I always had just one little topper on it. It could be Santa, it could be anything like that. And it was raised up on a little foam pad. And I just thought it was so cool how I've got this card with something raised up. That's always stuck in my mind. And I think that must be something to do with why I love the decoupage and the foam pads. And I just love it. And that's why I do it so much, I think. So yeah, you can start to create your own.
Rosalind is saying as well, and this is a great point on Facebook, these kits are lifesavers when you realise you forgot to get a card at the last minute. Yeah, absolutely. We've all done that, haven't we? Forgotten, I don't know, a friend's birthday or an anniversary or something, and it's like, no, last minute, what am I going to do? Literally, if you've got this kit to hand, you just put away in your craft drawer there, you can go, right, I can literally create a card in, I don't know, couple of 3 minutes, something like that. And, yeah, and at the end of it, you've still got a top-notch looking card as well. So, whichever way you want to go. I think everyone needs to jump in and grab this
I agree.
Today.
I totally agree with you. And remember what I was saying beforehand about you can completely go rogue and let your creativeness flow. So what about chopping that down? So there is your matte layer blank. Pop it that way. And then there's your topper on your card. You would pop that onto a card blank, of course. Yeah. And then you've got all your other die cut elements that you can start to build upon. So you don't have to use it in the reverse easel feature that you've got within the kit, but you've got lots of different ways. But we're giving you that full concept of being able to do the reverse easel effect. But what I'm going to do is let's go in with our sentiment. And this one I am also popping on foam pads, because this is going to create the stopper for your easel. And then what I'm going to do with a few of these other bits, I'm going to go rogue and I'm going to start to create a little bit of a floral display popping out the top of the bouquet.
And again, just to say with this, if you do get a little bit stuck on the packaging that you get with the collection as well, there is a 5-step picture guide for you. Again, so if you're looking at it going, what goes where, how does it all fold? It's all there for you on the packaging too. So again, you're not left to worry about what is what. And yeah, it is actually 48 printed die cut sheets. You get your envelopes and instructions included as well. And it does say makes 24 complete cards. But as Craig's already described, you're not going to use all of the embellishments from each sheet on each. I mean, you can if you want to. If you want to go completely to town, you can if you want to. But the point is, you'll have lots of little bits saved over. So make sure you pop them in your gubbins box, or file them away for later on, and then you have lots of little embellishments that you can keep for future projects as well. So again, value for money wise, off the chart, as Sarah would say.
There's loads. And then even although this is coated, you could still come in with your sparkle pens, add a little bit of sparkle, or maybe you want to come in with your glitter, your glitter and your glue, you can do that as well. So you can really add extra depth to it if you want to. But
I love as well that seeing you use these, because I would imagine again, you're very experienced as a craft, but it must be nice sometimes to just be able to sit down and have a play rather than sort of sitting down and getting stuck into like an hour-long make. Yeah,
and with these, I don't have to think about it.
No.
And that's the thing. Usually when I'm crafting, and I always say it loosely when I say it, it's for work purposes. But you're having to think, right, what am I going to do? How am I going to design it? How am I going to lay it out? This, sometimes you want to craft, you don't want to think about it. You don't want to work out, is it right? Is it going to fit in here? Is it going to, come together? It's done. I can craft, I can put this in my box that I've got at home for birthdays and that I've got for family and friends.
Yeah.
And it's there.
And it's the kind of craft that you can do as well, because I know a lot of you chat about, you sort of go away and craft in your craft rooms, but it's nice sometimes, isn't it, to be able to do a bit of crafting when you sat with the family. Maybe you've got the TV on in the background, the family watching TV. This is kind of the thing that you could do on a little lap tray and just craft away whilst you're with the family as well. So
100%.
There's so many pluses and so many reasons that you should be grabbing this today. And as I say, not least that 24-hour price where you're saving, a massive amount. It's a £41 or $55 kit, which you're getting for just over £13 or $16. That's brilliant, Craig.
So we've now got our nice little floral bouquet. So we've started it as decoupage, which you've got the decoupage elements to do that. There's about, about 3 layers initially it's decoupage. Then I've created my own additional decoupage over the top. I did go to town, but I've still got these bits that we can see here, including the bow, which I could have put in instead of this sentiment here. That sentiment I could have popped underneath with my tape runner if you wanted to. Gems, maybe an actual bit of ribbon bow if you want to, but really, really, really fun. You do get the envelopes as well, and the envelopes got a little bit more of a gusset all the way round, so even if you are layering up with foam pads, still going to go into that envelope as well. But always so good to have things like this within your stash. As Ben was saying as well, you can see right down there, £13.80 or $16.77 for all of that. It is, I won't say it unless I think it's something you need, and I would say it's definitely one of those that you need in your crafty stash, just to haul out, quick card, something you forgot, it's there, don't need to think about it, done.
Yeah, absolutely right. This is an item that everybody should jump in for and grab. It's a phenomenal buy. Remember, you're going to get all of these elements, okay? So you've got all of the different colours, all of the different die cut toppers which just pop out of your cardstock here, and of course you've got the base of the card there as well to be able to stick these onto. What I love about this as well, I did mention it, on the packaging itself, you've got your 5-step tutorial there, so if you do get a little bit stuck, you won't, but if you do, you've got it there, and then all the details on the back for you too. But not only did we give you all of the cardstock, but you've got your 3D foam pads as well. You've also got 24 envelopes too, and on top of that, you're going to get your glue tape pen. That is a phenomenal buy. It's one of those that can't hang around. That's why we're doing it as our out of this world deal for 24 hours only, or whilst stocks last. £13.18 or $16.77. Snaffle this up now before it gets busier later on. We always say that Wake Up Call is all about getting that sneak peek, getting the items before everybody else gets up. So get yours now. Make sure you grab it. That is a must-have deal for everybody today. Right, we have got just less than 10 minutes remaining on the show. So let us go back over to Craig and recap on the demos that we've seen so far. We've had a couple from Craig, and one for Debbie as well. So Craig, what are we voting on today?
So you've got your 3 options today. First one being where we used the floral stamp and die sets here. We used the Santa Claus and created the box. So this one is number 1. Then Debbie was in where she used our stencils 7x7 that are coming up within launch party. So that's number 2. And then a really quick and simple card using the reverse easel kit we showed you a minute ago is number 3. So you've got 1, 2 or 3.
Get your votes coming in on those. You've got a little bit longer today, maybe 4 or 5 minutes or so. Lots of lovely comments about that kit as well, by the way, coming through. Joy just saying, hi Joy, thank you for your message yesterday, by the way, that was lovely. Oh, I love these, says Joy. I have them and I made several, they're beautiful. And Joy says, I made mine non-easels though as well. So again, yes, you've got that versatility. Should you want to do it, it's entirely up to you, of course. Brenda just saying, awesome card. Laura said, pretty card, lovely card, says Sarissa. And June saying, I have this kit and I find it very, very handy. Let's just also show you another deal which you can get your hands on Launch Party a little bit later on, which is your Explorer kit. So these are all about just sort of, well, dipping your toe in the water really and having a bit of an explore of a particular range. Here you've got your Tri-Blend Brushes Explorer kit. So you're going to get your markers, you've got your floral stamps in there as well. We're going to be popping in some of your cardstock, ink pads and the tools, everything that you're seeing there for just £24 or $32. And again, you'll see that in more detail a little bit later on Launch Party, 7 o'clock this evening, 2 o'clock East Coast. And that, of course, will be with Joe and Debbie. Something else that I want to bring to your attention, which is proving really popular this week, and actually it's proved so popular over the course of the last 2 weeks as well, that these deals have sold out. It's the Get It, Got It, Good deal. And our craft kits are always super popular. This one is no different. This is number 37. It's the pop-out characters kit. So you're going to get all of your papers, you're going to get all of your embellishments, you've got your envelopes, cardstock, and you've got your stamps and dies in there as well. You've got your cute little teddy bear and that cute little pop-out rabbit as well. Super, super simple to do. Plus, This time around, not only is it going to be £12 or $12 for our platinum members, which is ridiculous. I mean, super low price on that. But also you're going to get 50 bonus points too. So again, if you're looking to treat yourself, if you're looking maybe for a gift idea for somebody as well, that is definitely one that you need to be looking at. It's our Get It Got It good deal, potentially not going to hang around until the end of the week. Must just mention as well, if you I went all southern there. If you don't know, tomorrow is the final day of the end of the summer sale. So today is the penultimate day of the end of the summer sale. Tomorrow's the last day. It's it. It's over.
It's done.
It's gone.
What? Do you know who's finishing it?
Well, I've got a funny feeling I know who it might be. The boss.
Yeah.
Boss is in tomorrow, isn't she?
Yeah.
Big show, 3 o'clock.
Probably. Yeah.
Definitely.
Might do a little bit of moves.
Oh yeah, you never know. You never know. Oh yeah, she might show us. We'll have to wait and see. One thing she will be showing us though is showing us through all the deals on a sneaky craft bolt. So it's basically wrapping it all up for you, our week-long end of summer sale. Deals up to 70% off. Get over to .com.co.uk or .eu to get those deals. And yeah, it's the final wrap-up show tomorrow from 3 o'clock here in the UK. We've got just about 5 minutes remaining. The result is already in. So
it's already in, isn't it? Yeah.
So do you want to do that, and then we'll wrap it up?
Let's do it. Let's go ahead. And I'm not surprised
really
at the winner of this one, because I would vote for it as well. And if I'm voting for it, it means it's not for myself, because I don't vote for myself.
No.
It's Debbie's.
I mean, you've created 2 lovely cards. Your box I love, but that is pretty
gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. As I say, I would be voting for it myself as well. So this is actually, well, you're guaranteed a winner from Debbie today, that's for sure. So Debbie within Wake Up Call, Debbie within Craft Along, and then Debbie within Launch Party. So Debbie's going to be demo of the Debbie's going to be demo of the day.
That's not easy to
today.
say.
It's not easy to say. So yeah, absolutely not surprised. So that was using the stencils that are coming up in Launch Party as well. So make sure you tune in and see lots of other things that she's going to do with it.
And just as well, recap on the other 2 for people who missed your box earlier on. Yep. That box is coming up, or the Stamp and Dies, that's the Craft Along, isn't it, later on?
It is, yes. So what you can do is go across onto Debbie's social media page as well as Crafters TV for the shopping list as to what you're going to need if you want to be crafting along live, and that is hence the name of the title, Craft Along. So you can absolutely be crafting along live. If you've not already got your hands on these products, if you're new to us at Crafters TV, what we do is we launch a product, then round about 4 weeks later, what we'll do is we'll do a craft along. So everyone's had the opportunity to get their hands on the product, and then they can actually craft along live. If you've not got them, what we do on the Craft Along is give you the ability to purchase the collection, or a sort of, sometimes it's a mini collection, but it's part of the Craft Along. So then what you can then do is come along and you can craft along later at your heart's content. As I always say, the future, it's not going to be live, because Debbie will already done it, but you can then go along, you can pause it, reverse it, you can do all these different things. But this is part of the floral Stamp and Die sets that's going to be the Craft Along.
The other thing to mention as well, and it's worth dropping this in here, is that we love the fact that we're so interactive here on the channel. We love the fact that, you know, we can answer your questions in the shows. We love the fact that we can show you things during shows that you've asked for. And again, I think that's our sort of point of difference really as a channel as well, is that we are so interactive with you. We also love it when you join us on the shows as well, and Craft Along is one of those shows where we're always looking for guests to join us. So if you've ever wanted to do a show with us here on Crafters TV, then get in touch, right? So details at the bottom of the screen here where you need to email us. So you might decide that you want to join us on a Craft Along where you do just that, Craft Along with us for the 2 hours. You might want to join us maybe on Monday Makers, where we crown our crafty ambassadors. Again, that's nice and super simple. You get vouchers for that one as well. So you basically tell us you want to come on the show, we chat to you for 5-10 minutes, and you get some goodies as well, which is amazing. And on shows like Craft House as well, we're always looking for people to drop in and say hello. So if you've ever wanted to be on TV, we are giving you the opportunity to have your 15 minutes of fame, probably longer. You can email this address here, and it's a lot of fun. And we're very nice and friendly in sort of in front of the camera and behind the camera as well. You'll get to meet Johnny and Charlotte as well, or the Georges in the gallery too. So it's all exciting, isn't it?
Yeah. Just to warn you though that if you do come on to any of the shows and it's George Square in the gallery to George's, Georgina loves to chat. And if you're from America, she will ask you any and every question possible. And I mean that in a nice way, because she just loves chatting. She loves chatting to everyone, but she's got an interest, a bit like myself when it comes to America. So if you love to chat about your country and anything American, Georgina's the one for you. So so that's all about the craft along. Anyway, it's always good to get interactive with the shows as well. And you know what you can do as well? Whether you sell your cards or you're not, if you show them on Crafters TV, you can always say, as seen on TV.
I love that idea. As seen
on TV.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'll add on another £1, another dollar to your card, won't it, as well?
Absolutely
right.
You can be doing that. So yeah, lots of little incentives in there. But the good thing is we get to then come along and then, who said that, Johnny? Laura John said she would love to join, but she's far too nervous. Try not being nervous. I know it's always easier said than done, but you know, just think you're just at home, you're just crafting. Maybe try something like Monday Makers.
Yeah.
I think that'd be good.
Because Monday Makers is a great show because we kind of get you on and chat to you and then you can show us a few makes and you don't have to make anything there and then. So jump in, do Monday Makers, see how you feel after you've done that show and then you can join us on the Craft Alongs later. I'd say Monday Makers, you get a free gift as well. So.
And the thing is with Craft Along, 9 times out of 10 you'd be kind of Craft Along making whatever Debbie's doing, I'm doing whatever. Of course you can do something different if you want, but with the Monday Makers you can be making anything. It doesn't have to be what we're doing on the show. You're just there to have a little bit of a chat in that. So give it a shot. I certainly suggest Monday Makers for sure. It would be loved to see you as well. But before we go for the day, or before I go for the day, let's have a look at what's coming up today on Crafters TV. Next show with Debbie and Ben, that's going to be our Craft Along. So that's 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. And then Debbie's going to be back with Joe for a lunch party, 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. I'm going to be back tomorrow for Wake Up Call. He's going to be back in a couple of days' time. Until then, have a lovely rest of the day and we'll see you tomorrow. Well, I will do. He'll see you in a couple of days. Bye.
Bye.